So we are live from Wembley. Do you want to see what happens when everybody's gone? Which is about now. Look, they are working on the pitch. There's still some people in the press area writing away, but mostly everybody's left. Most people have left. We could start there. I don't think they were bad all the time, but it's interesting. I had some chats with some of the England players, also the Spanish ones, and we can start there. Let's start at the end. So Luis Enrique, what he said is that he was pleased with the team, and that of course in every game there are moments where you cannot control the game. The control escapes you, and that happened to Spain in the last 20-25 minutes, in which Rashford could have drew the game, and we can argue if you want about the goal disallowed, the Sturridge goal, because I haven't made my mind up. I've seen the replay a few times, and what happens there, of course, is that when De Gea is in the air, there's contact with Sturridge. Some people say accidental contact, others say intentional contact from Sturridge, enough to unbalance De Gea, and then the ball hits the head of Sturridge, and then then there's the goal. I think it's fair to say that the England lads that I spoke to, they were saying, actually, not a foul, and the Spanish were saying there is a foul. Anyway, sorry, Welbeck, not Sturridge. Sorry. Now there was a huge difference in quality between Spain and England for the first hour, and that is, you could say, a worrying sign, but also one which serves as a reality check for both sides. One, because Spain needed to regain a little bit of confidence lost in the World Cup, and they did that by changing few things. This team, let's deal with Spain first. This team is a little bit like Luis Aragonés teams, in that when they had the ball, they knew that they had to deliver it quickly to the forwards, and both forwards, by not using a Diego Costa that fixes the centre back, by actually having people that run from deep and running behind, it made life difficult for England. And then when Spain lost the ball, they were there to recover it quickly. They wanted the ball. There is a lot of hungry players in Spain's side. No doubt that that's the way forward, and no doubt that the 5 training sessions that Luis Enrique has put in the side have made a difference, in the sense that everybody knows what he's trying to do. And the lineup, that's how Luis Enrique used his influence, as he's given a lot of information to Spanish players, but it's in the lineup where you actually make the difference, because those players that he chose are players that are used to play that way. Rodrigo at Valencia, Diego Aspas at Celta, mixing the possession one, they need to control the game, but also when you recover, try to break quickly. Now that is certainly where Luis Enrique wants to take the side. And in that first hour, it was, as I said, a big gap with a difference in quality with Spain. I think Henderson was always in inferiority. What England planned, quite clearly, and it's been confirmed by some of the England players, is to pressure Spain high, to make sure that they became uncomfortable. And to be honest, they couldn't do that too often. Forget about keeping the ball. There's certainly Spain have got much more quality in terms of passing the ball. As I wrote in my column in AS, every pass is a 30-year-old pass. It's a pass that has got a lot of information, a lot of accumulated information, that has got intent and that's got intelligence. It's 30 years training this way. It's since they were kids that they've been doing that. So it is very much so not new, and everybody's used to doing it that way. All in all, meant that they're very comfortable in possession. England, you have to praise the fact that they are trying, but they're still miles away. It is the way, though. These fans, media, players, the coach, they all saying the same. It is the way. They have to keep insisting, and it will happen. But we've got certain advantage in terms of years of practice. I'm believing in that idea that it was effective and that it worked really well for a long while. So then what happened? I was asking around what happened. I think England were a little bit surprised, of course, after the Luke Shaw injury, but a little bit surprised that Spain just dropped deep. Complacency, that's what it was. They thought we could do this easily. They started fancying each other too much. And then, of course, England smelled that and went for it. Good sign for England. They never gave up. Never gave up. Obviously, the result meant that they had, of course, a chance. And as we were saying, Rashford's chance and the goal that I'm veering towards, listening to some of your comments, I'm veering towards the fact that he should have counted. Yes, I don't think there was much of an injury there from De Gea. But in any case, why Spain show that complacency? And it may be what Luis Enrique says, that you sometimes cannot control the game, sometimes it escapes you, sometimes it's not in your hands, sometimes you just have to retrieve and get together, breathe, and then try to do what you've been doing well the rest of the game. Maybe that was the case. Certainly the changes didn't help. Marco Asensio, Sergio Roberto, I don't think they helped that much. But in any case, the result is perhaps deserved by Spain. I'm just reading. Besides saving Rashford's header, he almost fumbled Rashford's shot. De Gea went to his left. I think De Gea had a good game, and he needed that. He needed to actually feel comfortable. He needed the response that he got from Luis Enrique, in which he said, I have no doubt whatsoever. Luis Enrique knows it's a very sensitive position, so he's given as much confidence to De Gea as he has been able to. All the players have been saying the same. Sergio Ramos in the mix on was exactly insisting on the idea that he's a very good player. We never doubted him. I imagine they did. I imagine they doubted him after the World Cup. But when you believe he's a guy that can reach heights that others can't, then it's time to back him up, especially in moments like this. He had a good game. Sergio Ramos had a very good game. Funny that he's booed. And I put on Twitter that I'm glad that we've seen, not as a team to admire, I know there is a lot of fans in England of Spain and the way that Spain plays, and of course starting with Gareth Southgate and some of the players in England as well. But we want to be not friends, we want to be rivals, and obviously rivals, you're trying to find the enemy, a villain, and it has been found in Sergio Ramos. I'm not going to convince a lot of you. Sergio Ramos doesn't care, and he's mentioned it in the mix on as well. He kind of feeds on this kind of the fact that he's important and that he's seen as the enemy. I know that there's a process of making him a villain, and fine, we'll deal with that, not a problem. I still think that he deserves also a lot of respect, because he's one of the top centre-backs in the world. In fact, I heard those same words from one of the defenders of England today, one of the top centre-backs in the world, perhaps one of the best that this particular player has played against. But yeah, you want to make him the villain, go ahead, not a problem. What else? I felt that, yes, Silva, as has been mentioned here, Silva was amazed, Iniesta was amazed, not today, but when Iniesta should always play 100 years if he could. Asensio not starting was interesting. I thought it looks like Luis Enrique feels that he's not ready yet. Isco, you were saying, I was criticizing Isco because I felt that he drove the ball far too much, that he actually didn't play the ball in the World Cup. This was in the areas where he should affect the game. He was too deep, and in easy areas he was put more towards the wide areas today, and delivered the ball quickly, helped with the quick transitions, and he's played a bit better. Now this Isco is fine, we keep this Isco. The other one, just the one, I think quite clearly Luis Enrique has work to do with him, and he's been saying to him, deliver it quickly, just don't drive the ball. Sometimes it wasn't his fault. There wasn't too much movement in the World Cup, but sometimes it was his fault. What else? I felt Rodrigo was very, very good. Not just good, very good. For those of you who are strikers or have got sons who want to be strikers, check the movements of this guy. Really well timed runs. Diego Aspas was also clever, and all in all, it was a good performance from Spain. I'm going to leave it here because I've got friends waiting for me, and we're going to have a quick beer before going to bed later on today. I just as a warm up for what's coming up, and lots of it lots of things will happen in the YouTube channel. This was a hello again after the World Cup, and let's keep talking. See you soon. Now, I always struggle with this. How do I switch this off? Will it be this way? No, not this way. This way? No. Ah, yes, I found it. Bye.